Ancient Greece. Origins of the universe. The ancient Greek religion is the body of myths and legends belonging to the ancient Greeks concerning their gods and heroes, the nature of the world, and the origins and significance of their own cult and ritual practices. Greek myth attempts to explain the origins of the world and details the lives and adventures of a wide variety of gods, goddesses, heroes, heroines, and mythological creatures. The ancient Greek theology was based on polytheism. Principal beliefs. The Greeks believed that the gods would offer protection and guide to their city-states. The ancient Greeks' principal beliefs include their major gods and goddesses: Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Apollo, Artemis, Aphrodite, Ares, Dionysus, Hephaestus, Athena, Hermes, Demeter, Hestia, and Hera. The Greeks believed in an underworld where the spirits of the dead went after death. If a funeral was never performed, it was commonly believed that the person's spirit would never reach the underworld, and so would haunt the world as a ghost forever. There were various views of the underworld. The most widespread areas of the underworld was the Hades. Supernatural powers and deities. The supernatural powers and deities of the ancient Greek religion includes the assumption of the many gods and goddesses they worship. There was a hierarchy of deities, with Zeus, the king of gods, having a level of control over all the others. Although he was not supreme, however, the gods were not all powerful. They had to obey fate, which overrode all. Also, the gods acted like humans and had human vices, which would make them interact with humans. Yet, the gods at certain times opposed to the other gods and would try to outdo each other. The gods and goddesses of the ancient Greek religion each had a role. Zeus was a sky god, sending thunder and lightning. Poseidon ruled over the sea and earthquakes. Hades, through his remarkable power throughout the boundaries of death and the underworld. Helios controlled the sun. Sacred spaces and beliefs. The sacred spaces and beliefs of the ancient Greek religion includes the various festivals held in ancient Greece. Many were specific only to a particular deity or city-state. For example, the festival of Lycaea was celebrated in Arcadia, in Greece, which was dedicated to the pastoral god Pan. There were also the games held each year in different locations, culminating in the Olympic Games, which were held every 4 years, and these celebrated Zeus. Principal rituals and the significance. The principal rituals of the ancient Greek religion were mainly performed at altars. These typically were devoted to one or a few gods and contain a statue of the particular deity upon it. Votive deposits would be left at the altar, such as food, drinks, as well as precious objects. Sometimes animal sacrifices would be performed here, with most of their flesh eaten, and the offal burnt as an offering to the gods. Libations, often wine, would be offered to the gods as well, not only shrines, but also in everyday life, such as during a symposium, drinking party. Another ceremony was a pharmakos, a ritual involving expelling a symbolic scapegoat, such as a slave or an animal, from the city or village in a time of hardship. The Greeks participated in a number of rituals, rites, ceremonies, and sacrifices. In order to impress and place it, the gods, temples, shrines, and statues were erected as a designated place to offer sacrifices to the god. Relationship with society. Religion was a very important aspect of Greek society and culture, with the sacrifices and regular worships of gods surviving to unify the people in a common goal to please the gods. The Greeks also placed an immense faith in the idea that an afterlife awaited them after death. They firmly believed that this life was not the only reality in which the soul lives, but after the lifetime, a whole new and different one awaited them. The Greeks heavily depended on their gods to uphold the society. It is evident that they relied on other deities as well. This can be seen through the Greeks' faith in a deity, which they called an oracle. An oracle primarily function was to offer guidance and advice. Meaning of the religion. The meaning of the ancient Greek religion is that they held a strong belief that your body needed to be buried with the goods and wealth that you had accumulated in this lifetime in order to carry them through into the next life. The afterlife was also very important to the Greeks, as they believed that their souls were carried onto another dimension and lived on after death. This ideology about death was a direct contrast to other forms of pantheism. Other pagan religions believed that there were no heaven or hell. Rather, they believed in reincarnation. They believed that the soul was passed onto another body at the time of death. Ancient Greece. Thank you.